Christ, I'm mental.
Hey y'all, Scott here, and yes, it's been about a full day since I last reminisced about the Wii Shop Channel being open for business, back when WiiWare was WiiWare. But I can't think about that without remembering what it was like when they first disabled the addition of Wii points. Man, I haven't checked the Wii Shop Channel since I last went on a WiiWare binge. Apparently you can't add Wii points anymore. I'll be the judge of that. Well, that hurt a lot more than I expected it to. One sec. Yep, expected to hear that. Anyways, let's take a look at some more WiiWare games in remembrance of what once was. Fluidity was a really unique title published by Nintendo. You control water and tilt the Wii Remote to move around. You have to keep enough water together to traverse the environment and solve puzzles. Ladies and gentlemen, meet your next Smash Brothers character, but honestly, it's a really unique game that deserves more attention. It's pretty relaxing just controlling and listening to the flow of water. And to see your water make it to the end of a level to flood Buffalo, there's really no other feeling like it. I also hate to see any water get left behind. You really want to make sure any and all make it with you to the very end. I really hope this game makes a comeback in some form. There was a sequel in the 3DS eShop, so who knows? Muscle March. Oh man, why wasn't this cursor in Mario Galaxy? It was originally an arcade game that never released apparently, so Namco decided to barf it onto WiiWare. We get to pick our character, and this is just physically improbable. Talk about unrealistic expectations. I'm part of a band of greased up muscle freaks trying to regain their protein powder, and that's only the third time I've said that today. You have to pose with the Wii Remote and nunchuck to make your way through obstacles. If the person you're chasing puts both their hands up and goes through a wall, well, you better put your hands up to ensure you will fit through that wall. And surprisingly, the controls work alright. But after a solid 10 minutes of playing this, I think I've gotten my Muscle March fill. After loads of peer pressure, I finally played it, and I'm content leaving it at that. Pong Toss, the only game to feature the copyright year as an integral part of the logo. It's a frat party game and has 2 modes to play, and they got Vince Valenti to program this? It's a Wii version of beer pong. Now, I'm definitely going to be critiquing this one hard. It better live up to beer pong's legacy. I know everything about the sport.
Blue 42, hike.
You just throw balls in the cups, but God, I am no good at this version, and I'll just blame it on the controls. I mean, it's Pong Toss on WiiWare. I don't think the Pong Toss community is going to crucify me. Hopefully. I either overshoot it or don't shoot enough. I'm not a fan of the controls here. I can't get a good grip on how hard to throw. We also have Speed Pong, which is beer pong with Mario Kart items. Woo. Retro reboots became a thing back in the WiiWare era, bringing back an old-school franchise while purposely retaining old-school elements. Headlining this trend was Mega Man 9. The Mega Man series was in a weird space. The classic series, as it's referred to now, was a bit dormant. The last release was Mega Man and Bass on the Game Boy Advance, which was a port of a Japan-only Super Famicom game from 1998. Mega Man was far from dead. The series was staying alive with sub-series like Mega Man X, Battle Network, Zero, all that jazz, but regular vanilla everyday Mega Man games weren't too awful frequent. To see Capcom not only revive the main series with 9, but also use 8-bit graphics akin to Mega Man 1 through 6 was pretty crazy. It made sense though, I mean that's how most people remember Mega Man. But they didn't just go retro with simply the presentation. Mega Man 9 is basically Mega Man 2 2. Games after 2 started introducing things like Rush, the Slide, the Charge Shot, all that. 9 throws all these out the window and stays true to Mega Man 2. Even the menu themes are ripped right from the Game Over screen from that game. All you can do is hop and shoot in terms of your bare moveset, which some people really didn't like about 9. It felt like a regression rather than moving the series forward. But to that I say, oh me, oh my, this game is great. If you can look past the simple moveset, Mega Man 9 has absolutely superb level design and music. 8 new Robot Masters to take on and powers to cop, with one being the first female Robot Master in the series. Ooh, la, la. It was primarily developed by Inti Crates, and these guys know how to make retro-style games. Like, look at this looks like it came straight out of an NES. They even included an option for sprite flickering, purposely throwing in imperfections into the game to keep it feeling old school. I don't know why, but I love that. There's tiny little things they did here and there that couldn't have been done back on 8-bit hardware, but it doesn't feel out of place at all in the game. Capcom released a sequel, Mega Man 10, which is again another retro-style Mega Man game. It was a really nice little throwback, but I'm happy to see Capcom pushing the series forward with a new direction and style in Mega Man 11. My Little Baby, finally, a game with a fetus opener. The game shows off the stunning timeline of fetus to game in a matter of 4 photos. We get to pick everything about the dad and the mom with this baby. We're keeping things strictly European. Our nanny Pummel's in here to tell us to do things. Seriously, we hire the nanny, she's telling us how to take care of our baby. What a jip. In terms of the name, I decided to go with Vinegar. And here we are. Was that pregnancy really worth it? I mean, sure, I think we had a Vegas-style birth. This thing took the length of 2 pictures to bake, but still. We can take pictures of Vinegar. I'm labeling this one Summer Fun. Now we have to clean up the room our baby's in, and this baby is an absolute animal. I clean up his mess of dirt and grime, leave the room, come back, dirt and grime make a huge comeback. I decided it's time for everybody's favorite baby to take a nap, but no matter how fast I rock the cradle, he won't go to sleep, so we're gonna feed him instead. It's a good thing they included this feature. Without it, I would hate to see the review scores. After a solid feed sesh, it's time to change the baby's diaper, and don't you just love it when your shit can double as a sensor bar? I ran to the store to buy things for Vine, and I gotta dock points for the lack of realism. You can only buy 5 bibs of each color. And that's My Little Baby, just a relaxing game. This surely is the life. Ah, my baby's dirty. Next game. Star Soldier R, a triumphant return of the Star Soldier series. What? Yeah, I've never played a Star Soldier game before, and to be honest, I didn't even know this was a series. I thought this was just a retro-style WiiWare shooter. They were primarily on the TurboGrafx 16, so can you really blame me? Star Soldier R is an arcade shoot-'em-up with 3 modes to dig right into: 2-minute, 5-minute, and quick shot. Each is all about just getting the highest possible score that you can, and each go through the exact same song and dance. Obviously, if you want to see everything the game has to offer, 5-minute is your go-to mode here. If you want to just jump in and blast through the main game to try and have a high score, 2-minute mode is for you. And if you only have 10 seconds to spare and have an attention span that stopped paying attention when I started talking about Fluidity, then quick shot. You can hold down the button to shoot repeatedly, or you can turn on the manual option, or as I like to call it, welcome to the hernia zone. I thought Star Soldier R was fun, but I'm basically done with it forever. I just don't really have a reason to go back to it, sadly. It just doesn't have enough meat on its bones. There's only so many times I can play through, say, 5-minute mode over and over again. Still a decent game. I'd like to see this one come back on modern platforms one day. I couldn't afford Grand Theft Auto 5, so I bought Copter Crisis on WiiWare instead. I mean, you can pilot a helicopter in both. It's like substituting Coke and Mentos with Faygo and Altoids. You hold the Wii Remote like a flight stick to pilot the helicopter, and the controls work pretty well, to be honest. The problem is, the rest of the game is just tart. It's just boring. You have to pick up or drop off things, that's it. It's the same environment over and over again. Where even am I? The game had some potential to be fun if the environment you were flying around in was interesting, but we're just flying in Rocktown. At the end of the mission, I always go straight for the wall, but it never lets me crash. Lame. Aha! I got it! A game called Aha! I got it! The perfect name for a game. Your dad starts chatting up a storm with you and says you're growing up. I'm so proud. Proud of what? Mortality coming sooner? For your birthday, your dad locks you in a room and you have to find your way out, aka your dad is shit. Wait, why is the kid wishing himself good luck? It's a point-and-click game. Find clues to help you escape. That's literally it, but at least they made it interesting by focusing on child abuse. Max and the Magic Marker. Now this is the free demo version, as it was the only way I played this game back in the day. I played this demo quite a few times, but never bought the full game, unfortunately. The game focuses on Max, who draws this eggplant monster, and you have to try and stop it. It's a pretty basic platformer where you can draw things to interact with the environment, whether that be creating platforms, steps, shields, weights, the works. If it weren't for the Magic Marker, this game wouldn't be anything to shake a stick at, but because of it, I've always had a soft spot for this game. The demo, that is. Like I've said, I never fully bought it. The main problem I do have with it though is that drawing with the Wii pointer has always been really awkward for me. Thankfully the game is available on PC and DS, which makes the drawing mechanic much more natural. The game received a sequel recently, Max and the Curse of the Brotherhood. Jesus, this is the same series? Holy sh**. We're in for something alright. Hockey All-Star Shootout. And this, my friends, is what we call intuitive controls. Move the cursor with the stick, shoot with the Wii remote. Seems easy enough, damn it. This is the game, just trying to shoot the hockey puck into the goal. Yeah, I've already noticed quite a trend with WiiWare games being cheap cash grabs with little to no substance. Many of these things are literally just high score games, and there's nothing wrong with high score based games, but you gotta have substance. There's a secondary mode where we have to knock over this ice, and few things look more depressing than this. I mean, were you really expecting a downloadable Wii game service without Tetris? Tetris Party is a really decent version of the classic game. You have standard Tetris, kinda hard to mess that up, but we have this added benefit of our Mii cheering us on. Here I just have a default one in the background, but man, look at him go. We also have a ton of really cool modes which offer unique takes on the Tetris formula. Shadow has us filling in pictures with Tetris pieces, Field Climber has us building steps for a little guy to climb up to the very top, Stage Racer challenges you to fit your Tetris piece through a maze in the quickest amount of time possible, and the Wii Balance Board mode challenges us to maintain sanity. Overall, Tetris Party is a great version of the classic puzzle game. Sure, the presentation is a bit bland, but it's still quite a lot of fun. There was an expanded retail version released as well, entitled Tetris Party Deluxe. Back when you had the choice between the two versions, Deluxe was 2 times the price at $30. The standard Tetris Party offered more than enough to satiate that Tetris craving we all have from time to time. It was definitely a must-have on WiiWare. Fast Draw Showdown. Somebody in the world's childhood is right in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't know this before downloading, but this was an old arcade game in the same vein as Mad Dog McCree. Live action footage that you shoot total guns at. The feature is here and it is incredibly underwhelming. The game's displayed in iPhone portrait mode and we're greeted to Wes Flowers.
My name's Wes Flowers. I'm one of the world's fastest quick draws.
Damn! Since we're dealing with flicking the Wii remote up quickly to shoot, better put on the protective jacket.
Yeah, I'm a bitch.
We meet a lot of colorful characters we have to slaughter, like Crazy Curly.
Put it back in the holster.
God, who knew Wes Flowers was such a square? Alright, and we've seen the entirety of the game. It's just Quick Draw with Wes Flowers. It sells itself. Alright, and that should hold me over for a while, but we still have loads more WiiWare games to look at. Definitely a solid way to pass the time before the shop channel gracefully and peacefully comes to an end. Was I f***ing mad? Well, at least we're in the post-apocalypse now, and it can't get any worse than post-apocalyptic.